still think that song's a fucking banger. He do be groovin'. Oh, there's my headphones. I do be groovin'. I too like to move it, move it. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I don't hear any sound. Alright, so the plan for stream today, the title is all about Mary. Or Maria. I keep saying her name wrong, like, every time. There's a sub-story for Maria. It's basically, like, what Maria was doing prior to the events of, meeting James in the game. And, the Maria ending is one of the main 3 endings in the story where we decide to, like, go with Maria. So in case you're curious about what all that nonsense means for non-Silent Hill fans, that's pretty much what that is.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Everyone's gone. Is it because of those monsters? What do I do now? Do I fight and live? Or do those monsters get me? I don't have any reason to go on living. But I'm scared to die. I'm so afraid of pain. Should I run away? I want to find somebody. I don't like being alone. But is there anyone left alive?
So, for context into what I was talking about before, there is essentially 3 different main endings. There's the true ending, which I think you have to unlock by doing all the other 3. The one we got on our very first playthrough was the worst possible ending, which was called In the Water, where our character essentially just commits suicide. This game has a point system where interacting with certain things, seeing certain things, and being involved in certain things will net you points over the course of the game. And basically, those points will accumulate with the 3 endings, and whatever one has the most will end up being the ending that you receive. So, when referring to the Maria ending, Maria is one of the 3 endings. As I already explained, the In the Water ending is, James pretty much is stricken with guilt over realizing that he killed his wife, Mary. And in doing so, he is very regretful and ends up, he essentially ends up killing himself by driving him and Mary's dead body into the lake. Um, that is the worst ending, in my opinion, obviously. The second to worst ending, I think, is the Maria ending. So basically, over the course of the game, certain actions, like protecting Maria, how much time you spend with her, checking up on her when you're with her, will basically gain you points. And essentially, the Maria ending is you become infatuated with her. You kind of like. She basically becomes your shoulder to cry on, and so your character basically ends up parting with her, essentially, as like his new girlfriend, essentially. Just moves on with Maria, and she kind of just replaces Mary, which is pretty much what she's been trying to do all along. And then the third ending, I consider to be the neutral ending, at least of the three. Because most of them are pretty bad. Like, he doesn't really seem very regretful with the Maria ending. He kind of more or less just essentially just moves on. Nothing really gets resolved. He just moves on with someone who is basically very manipulative. I've butchered that. I can't say certain words apparently, but yeah, the third ending is just called the leave ending, where the reason I say it's the neutral ending is because if you know the context of the story, the reason that James kills his wife is because she has a disease. Basically, she like turns into a feral ghoul from Fallout. Her skin's like all scabbed and like falling off. Her hair's falling out. It just looks like a mutant. And she basically just tells James like bluntly like how she wants to die. But deep down, she doesn't actually want to die. She obviously just loves James and wants to spend a lot of time with James, or whatever time she has left. And obviously, like, James isn't the mind reader, so he just thinks that the most humane thing to do would be to murder her, which eventually you figure out there may be some, like, hatred or, like, darker motives behind it. You know, like we saw with the main story in our first playthrough. She also caused a lot of mental suffering for James too, because James essentially got married to her and lost a lot of his life basically trying to keep her healthy, hospital visits, stuff like that. Stuff that's very stressful on people and can impact them very negatively in their daily lives. You know, it's a very similar feeling to like what my family went through with my papa having like cancer and stuff. So it's a very true to life kind of story. But with the third ending, James more or less just even though it's called the leave ending, I call it the survivor ending. Because you play the game like you want to survive. You don't read any of Mary's letters. You don't interact with Maria at all. Your like sole intention is to basically just get out alive. And apparently that's the most common ending that people get. Oh, excuse me. From what I was seeing from the on the page itself when they were talking about the different endings. I'm assuming that's just because people didn't realize maybe that you could interact with the bloody knife, which is another one that leads towards the in the water ending. The letters and then the photos of Maria or Mary. I keep getting the two mixed up because the names are just so similar. But yeah, that's pretty much a brief breakdown of what the two endings are. For further clarification for people that don't know anything about Silent Hill. I just ended up getting myself turned around. Because not only do I want to like go back and play these games for fun, but I also like to educate people on these games too. These are games that I'm very passionate about, so I do like to also try my best to try to explain things along to people who may not know otherwise. You know, we're kind of more or less in the age now where, like, if you want to know about a game, uh, you can just go on Twitch and YouTube and you can just find reviews and, like, people playing the game insanely easily. When I was younger and the internet wasn't as accessible, especially, at least to me, because the area that I lived in was kind of rural. I was gonna say poor, but the people around here aren't poor, they're just backwards. But we didn't really, a lot of us didn't have access to internet until like way later. So a lot of like the reviews and stuff that we would have seen or heard from in games was from like Game Informer magazines and stuff like that at the time. I remember I used to actually have a subscription to when I was younger. My parents had a subscription for me for Game Informer and stuff. Did that hurt me at all? Oh, just barely. I don't actually know if that's injured. Obviously, if the screen is red, I know I'm injured, but... And a lot of the time with those magazines, too, like how most reviews pretty much are now, it feels like a lot of them are just kind of more or less bought. You know, there was like specific games back then that would always get like 9s out of 10, mainly being like games like the COD series or something. There's enemies here, but I can't turn the camera around. There's a little, like, plant over here. Kind of looks like the herbs from Resident Evil. But, I have played a little bit of this. This is pretty much as far as I got last stream. Just because I was extremely tired. Today I'm actually a little bit less tired, just because we had a lot of events at work today. So we all kind of got to, take time out of work to basically just, like, hang out. We had a Memorial Day barbecue going on at work. So we all ate, like, hamburgers and hot dogs, down in, like, the break room with everybody. We had some sort of, like, portrait revealing today, which was pretty much just, like... it's kind of just like an employee of the year kind of deal. It seems like they do it on a yearly basis. But it was really interesting. It was pretty cool. I'll just do save number 2, I guess. It was also really nice to have a break, too, because, I didn't end up streaming the other day because my arm was really sore. I was having really bad, like, cramps and stuff in my arm. The fireplace is boarded off. Do not use is written on it. But yeah, just from having my arm, like, laying on my desk for so long at work, it just got, like... It just got really cramped, and I tried popping it and, like, doing everything I could to like, massage it to make it feel better, but it was pretty rough. So I didn't end up streaming yesterday. Instead, I ended up playing games with my fellow streamer man. So I probably could have totally streamed if I wanted to. Would have been a very short one, but... You know, sometimes a short stream is better than no stream.
Is somebody there? Open up! Hello?
I have a feeling it's probably Laura.
Stop it. You're disturbing me.
Thank God. I finally found somebody. Can you open the door?
No.
No.
But why?
Is it really necessary for me to answer all your tedious questions?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I want to be alone. Other people just irritate me.
I just want to see another human face. Do you know what's happening in this town? There's no one here. Just monsters.
Yes, I know. But so what? It has nothing to do with me. No one here means there's no one to disturb me.
You want to be alone in this insane asylum?
Yes, exactly. But how can you say that it's this town that's insane? Perhaps it is we who are insane. Both of us. Hopelessly insane. Are you satisfied? Would you leave me alone?
My name is Maria. What's your name?
Ernest.
Hemingway?
Baldwin.
Ernest, I'll be back.
I was about to say Ernest Hemingway too. I don't know why. I don't even know how that name popped up in my mind at first. I just had like some weird sort of like, what is that? I think it's called like a premonition or something. I had like a "that's so Raven" moment. Alright, so I found some sort of white panel. A white metal board with square holes punched into it, found in the second floor entrance hall. There's not very many rooms in this house to explore. At least not until we get more keys or something. God, I really want to know how I knew that name was coming up.
Ernest? Are you there? No. I guess not.
I was gonna say, I just heard some banging. I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, if he's, like, dead already. Oh, I heard somebody else moving around here with me, though. Huh, I need to figure out where to use this panel. I'm assuming with the squares cut into it, maybe I need to, like, put it over some sort of text on the wall or something, and then it'll give me a code. Oh, I guess the fireplace fell over. For some reason, there's a ladder in the fireplace leading up. Along the way, I can see something that looks like a hole. Climb up the ladder, yes. Oh, well, we're outside, I guess. A red board, and I think that's a black board. And what looks like a grave? There's a square depression in the center of the tombstone, and above that is a carefully carved epitaph. Along with you died joy. All that remains is despair in a future of meaningless tomorrows. But I will never give up. One to see your smile again. One to beg the blessings of the God. I wait for that day. When the boards cover all sadness, too will be covered. But until my dreams return to reality, I will have to swallow all the pain. So now it's sounding like I have to just cover the like, square completely. So I feel like it goes the whiteboard first. Because I'm assuming I stack the boards on top of each other. The book. Oh, you can insert it at different angles, too. Shit, that's gonna be rough. Okay, so I can't... At least I don't think I can turn the whiteboard, because it kind of just went in there, like, right off. Man, this is gonna be a hard one. This one's at least not bad. Like, I know what I have to do, it's just trying to figure out which way and then the order to do it in. Alright, let's remove all of them, actually. Let's try putting the black one in first. Okay, sweet. So it does look like I can rotate that one. Just the first one has to go in straight, though. Okay, so I think I have to insert it to the right. Yeah, I think if I insert it to the right, that should be able to cover all of it. So 90 degrees right. Fuck, there's that one square there. Because I couldn't do the left, because the square on top would still be revealed. I'm assuming the symbols probably have like a big part of it too. Or, well, like, I guess the order is what I meant to say. Alright, let me reread the thing again. Even though it barely made sense with me. Or sense to me. Alright, there's a square depression in the center of the tombstone. Along with you died joy. All that remains is despair and a future of meaningless tomorrows. But I will never give up. One, to see your beautiful smile again. One, to beg the gods of the... or beg the blessing of the gods. I wait for that day. When the board covers all sadness too will be covered. But until my dreams return to reality, I will have to swallow all the pain. I thought maybe that would have given me a hint, but that kind of just gives me nothing. If anything, the only thing I feel like the white one is going to be facing the outside. That's pretty much like the only thing I can actually think of. But anyways, how you guys doing? I kind of already gave, I kind of already talked about how I was doing today, but I'm curious how all of you guys are. I feel like Mason's probably most likely fishing in Destiny right now. God, there's always just one square that is fucking... just uncovered. That looks promising, at least. Might be able to do something with that. Nope, there we go. I don't think that actually took me that long. So I got a key. It said like a academy or something. Engraved within a cat of flower found embedded in a stone slab. Okay, so now I just gotta figure out where this key goes. If it's embedded with a flower, is there some sort of like garden or something? So the dining room is permanently locked. Might lead to the playroom. I could see it going there. But yeah, I don't know how long the sub-story is. But the plan right now is to finish the sub-story. And if we finish it early enough, I will most likely start, I'll most likely start working on getting the Maria story. Oh, is the creature getting up? Okay, I thought I saw it moving. I'll just have to, like, recheck, what it is that I should and shouldn't do in order to get the merry ending.